So I'm going to show you guys how to make a little fidget spinner out of some old skateboard parts, couple zip ties, whatnot. First off, you need your skateboard bearings. Line them up. They don't have to be in perfect line until you tighten up the last parts. But you're gonna end up making something that looks like this out of two zip ties. And the way you make that, you just interlock them and make a circle. Tighten, lock them in at both ends. And then you want to put them around your bearings. It might be a good idea to tighten them just a bit so they kind of stay in place. They're going to fall off when you lift up, but for the most part, like if you're gentle, it's going to lift the bearings up with it. Not too tight because then you're going to mess up the shape of it. Then you're going to want to take another zip tie and you're going to want to loop it through. Big enough that it's going to be able to fit through the end over here. And you're going to want to do that with the second one. I already have one made. So there's two of them. Alright, so the easiest way to do this without messing up everything is just to go to this end, slide the hoop through underneath these bearings, and then tighten it up between the first bearing and the second bearing. Not too tight yet. Wait till you have your other one on, but you're going to want to do the same thing on the other side. Get that through here and start tightening it up. Alright, now what you're going to want to do is, this isn't only just to press in these outsides so it's tight in. Also, with putting these two over the bearings, these flat parts are going to lock the bearings in place once it's fully tight. So go ahead and tighten up like that. Tighten that one up. Maybe move it a little bit. There we go. Get it nice and tight. Tighten your main ones. And then there we have the basic shape. Technically, you already have a fidget spinner right here. You just want to go and get some scissors and cut those ends off. Voila. Okay, well, I'll be completely transparent. I saw how to make this on a video that my mom had shared on my Facebook. And for the most part, it works. You pick it up, you try to spin it, but if you have fat hands like me, it's just constantly hitting something. But it does spin. What my problem is putting my thumbs on here, the little zip ties, they hit my finger and they stop it from spinning. And I found that to be an issue, so I was like, how can I take this and make it just a little bit better so it's actually usable? So what I thought of is I took the bearing spacers out of the same wheels that I took these bearings out of. Went and got a few miniature paper clips, and what I did is I just took the outside, just kind of bowed it out a little bit, and then took that part and just bowed it out a little bit too. That way, whenever it's going through the bearing, it kind of has like a tension. So, go ahead and slip that through. You got one. And you're going to want to do the same thing with the other two. Stick this in. Just know that you don't have to use these miniature paper clips. You could do whatever you want. You could, find something that works. You don't have to even use the bearing spacers, but I find this makes it a lot more convenient. Got two in. I'm going to go ahead and do one more just so everything fits tight and snug. And then go ahead and stick this in this way. Now it's getting a little bit harder to stick it in. Just make sure you hold the other end of the, because the paper clips will try to push out the other side. Just make sure you hold them in place. And then here. Now, technically, even right there, you could use that as a fidget spinner, but it just kind of slips out of your hand because the ends of the paper clips are round. But now that you have this set, you just take those bearing spacers that are the same size of the holes that the bearings are. So they should just go and fit snug, not falling off or anything. And do the same thing on the other side. And you got a little holder. And you got a fidget spinner. Pretty simple. Like I said, not my idea on how to make, these little fidget spinners. I did see a video, but I did not see anything on how to make it just a little bit more convenient to actually use instead of having to hold the little bearings. So I thought I would just add this little insight for you guys. And yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys want, I could show you guys the same thing, but with making it with 4 bearings, so it looks like the typical fidget spinner you buy in a store, except for, of course, with zip ties. But yeah, that's gonna be it. So thank you guys.